Hi, my name is Gilman Rex and I live in Kongsvinger from Norway. And I need help with my heel flip. But first I got to show you my tricks I have learned from you. First is Ali. And you can see it's pretty nice. And my front side whammy, yeah, I working on it. And my backside whammy, I working on it, trust me. And my pop shoot, I think it's pretty nice. And my front shoot, I'm working on it. And I can do kickflip, very perfect, I think. And now is my heel flip. I can't flip it over, but I can't land it. I think that's my problem. And I hope you can help me with that.
Awesome, man. So thanks a ton for sending in your video. It was really great. And yeah, just like you said, a lot of your tricks are very nice. They're very nice. Cool. So let's see what we got here on the heel flip.
And this is where I stand on board. I think it's right, but if it's not, can you help me with that too?
Cool, so your foot position looks pretty good. I like where your back foot is specifically. With your front foot, you can practice, like play around with it a little bit. Usually I have my foot more on there, so my toes are less hanging off, but see what works best for you. Sometimes people have their toes more hanging off, sometimes less. Personally, I prefer a little less. And then with your flick, I would try to kick more off the nose. Like just instead of kicking so like straight, like boom, that was a little bit more off the nose, but just not quite. Like your front foot needs to continue going out, and that's what's going to give you that real flick. So notice my toe, like my big toe is off the edge, and that's about it. The rest of my toes are on the board, and it's at a slight angle, and that's where I have my front foot. So yeah, that's what it's all about on the heel flips. So this is the one you want to practice a little bit. Just stand still, just pop that foot, pop that ankle, slide it up, kick it off. So that's the motion that you want to do, and you want to keep your foot going forward, and again, very similar, just straight up and off the nose as much as possible. So a really great trick with this one is to practice trying to get the board to flip, but also be in front of you. So you can practice by stepping off with one foot, and then stepping off with the other foot, and just do like that one that I just did right there. That was totally fine. So boom, you see how I'm stepping off with my front foot? That's the easiest one with the heel flip, because you are going to flick your front foot out, and then you can step it down, and then put your back foot on. So you can practice actually doing that with both feet. And the thing specifically that I want you to work on is I want you to work on leaning back more and shooting the board more out in front of your toes. If you can get the board more out in front of your toes, then that means you can get it more underneath you. Because if you notice, what's occurring on your flip is that you do flip the board, but it just lands right behind your heels. So since it's behind your heels, you're not able to get it in front of you, and you're not able to actually land on it. So let's check this out right here. So notice the pop, I flick off the nose, kick that foot really far out there, and then boom, lands. Notice even when I landed, my weight was way too far on my toes and my board was behind me. So I actually could have done a much better heel flip if I would have been leaning back more as I popped it. I think this one right here is better. So notice my back foot is in that back pocket. Now I'm leaning back, pop the board, flick my front foot up and off, and kick it straight out. You want it to go straight off the nose. That's another good trick with heel flips in order to get them more underneath you. And then it's going to spin around, my back foot will come down and catch the board and land. So that one was much better. It was a lot more right underneath me, and you can see how solid I landed right there. I wasn't too far on the toes, I wasn't too far on the heels. I was nice and centered, and that's exactly where you want it for a good heel flip. Cool. So for any of you guys looking to master that whole series of tricks and more, there are 4 different volumes of Skateboarding Made Simples. They're the most detailed videos I've ever made. They are super awesome. And the first 2 volumes are actually available for the first time on iTunes, so you can also check them out there. Cool. So thanks a lot for your guys' help and support. And as always, you guys are the best. Subscribe.